Jesus Christ.
Hey, fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of this show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
A to B.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast Uncut.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Welcome to WSCU, where we hit you with the latest smooth grooves, the latest to get your lady in the mood for Valentine's Day. Ease back and listen to the sultry sounds of your favorite third-party Transformer podcast. That's Teddy Pendergrass, ladies and gentlemen. In addition to Mr. Teddy Pendergrass, I have a tendency to say the common nickname for him. We have Greg from Mercy in the house tonight.
Hi.
And we have Robert D in the house tonight.
Hello.
And we have Matthew D. Lux Baldwin in the house tonight.
Hey there, everybody.
Unfortunately, T2RX6 could not join us because he is whining and dining and hopefully a little 69ing his old lady.
Oh my God.
This Valentine's Day.
Speaking of whining and dining, I'll be right back. Hold on.
He
It's gotta be his kids.
We are actually recording on Valentine's Day. So yeah, it's all good, but he couldn't make it because he had planned a little date night. So I hope that he has a successful date night, and it's hard to get out with kids and all that, so I hope it all goes smoothly. And in addition to that, we're still looking for orders for t-shirts and such. If you want some, we can add you, and then as soon as we get enough, we can make an order. And I think we have a few. We might have a few. I saw that I have a few Hail Hasbro magnets left.
What?
Yep, I actually saw that today. So if you want a Hail Hasbro oversized ridiculous magnet for your refrigerator, we have those available for you. And what else can we talk about? Anything before we get started?
It's huge. It's a huge magnet.
It is huge. It is huge. But we do have, what did I want to say? I'm going to check the 5-star reviews at the end of the show. Please, somebody remind me. But other than that, I feel like we can go ahead and get started. Greg, what did you get this week?
Well, I don't remember his name. The MMC Rumble.
How is it?
He is fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, he actually feels like quality figure. I guess you just have to pay double what he should cost to fucking get it.
Right.
So I went and ordered the other one. I watched the other one be a piece of shit. But I wasn't going to pay that much for both of them and have them be bad. And I should have gotten some other stuff, but for some reason, our new post office by work is fucking retarded. And they decided to send my shit from Columbus to Cleveland and back to Columbus today. So, and Cleveland is like really far away. So
the other night, my wife and my kid, my oldest, brought a deck of cards, like flashcards, out of the pantry. Well, it wasn't the pantry; it's like a little closet we have. But it was cities, well, it was states, and then you name the capitals on flashcards. And I performed extremely poorly, I will have you know. But
what you talking about?
I did get Ohio correct.
You don't know his capitals.
I did get Ohio correct. I'm trying to think. I got probably 5. I think I did better because it had countries in the back. I think I did better on the countries than I did on the states. That's a fact.
Nice. What were you playing?
Jaina found like a deck of flashcards that she brought out, and it was like for cities or capitals and states.
Did you get Arkansas right?
What is Arkansas's?
Little Rock.
Yes, I got that one right.
What?
I got that one right. Thank you, HBO.
No shout. I was in Banging in Little Rock. Have you know it?
Banging and slanging.
Mm-hmm. I was on the corner.
Robert D.
Banging and slanging.
Robert D. What did you get this? You get anything this week?
Yeah, sir.
Not new.
I did.
What'd you get?
I did. Oh.
That means go.
I got the MMC Rumble and Friend. And did Greg go yet? Did he tell you that he? And they are. If Greg likes it, it's a good thing. These are good.
It's MMC, and I like it.
Bobby, did yours come in yet?
Yeah. No, it did not. You know that, though, so I'm not sure exactly why you asked, but yes, it did not.
Just to rub it in.
I don't care. I don't sweat that shit. It gets here when it gets here.
Did you hear Bobby? He's like, I don't care.
Looking up at the tracking right now.
I don't care. A little lump in his throat.
No, I haven't even got tracking. I haven't even got tracking.
Damn.
That's fucking... What do you think?
What do you mean?
BBTS.
Oh yeah, that's where I get most of my MMC shit from.
They should have like a banner in their office with Chinese New Year is every day.
I got some shit else Chinese New Year that someone after me fucking ordered and got like 12 days later, and I ordered on the 25th, and I'm not super thrilled about it because it was a purchase for sure. So now I like doubly regret it because I still fuck shit. Tracking number doesn't show up anywhere but the site they link you to in their fucking email.
Fuck tracking. What else did I get? I also got I got the Iron Factory, Vortex, and so I've finished Bruticus.
Your Wi-Fi is trash.
Trash, Mac.
Come on. Are you serious? Maybe I have my Wi-Fi on my phone. My Wi-Fi is so weak in my house that if my phone is set to Wi-Fi, the signal here sucks.
Why don't you go shut my hamster or something?
I don't have a hamster anymore. I have a guinea pig.
You need to get that fucking guinea pig moving faster.
Mail you a bag of dirty litter if you want. Yeah, I got the Iron Factory, Blast Off and Vortex, finished Bruticus, and got them put together. And I went to fold make a fist, because in the pictures it shows you can make a fist. He can't make a fist, unfortunately. It's that's the one downside about that thing. The materials are questionable in places, which was very weird to me when it comes to Iron Factory. But this figure in particular, because the Bruticus antenna like bent on me, and I bent it back and there was no stress mark. But and I was like on a very tight joint. And here the fingers, they're on ball joints. Even though the knuckles are hinges, they put ball joints for the base knuckles just so that the fingers can splay. But I'm sorry, that is not as important as being able to make a fist. I'd rather them be hinges and they can't splay and have it solid, because these are thin pieces of, these thin posts into the ball joints, and one snapped on me. I mean, luckily it's a hand, and I put some Gorilla Glue, took it apart, put Gorilla Glue on, and I fixed it, and it's, being a glued broken piece, it's just as strong and or weak as the other pieces. If you try to bend them into a fist, it'll snap. So but luckily, Tony, he has no problem mailing me another finger. So I'll be getting a finger, and it's like that's all good. And I got the Iron Factory Die Atlas, which I haven't PM'd Matt. I was like, I don't know why I got this. Like, before I opened it, like, I don't care. I don't know anything about the character. I didn't follow that fiction, and playing with it, it's actually pretty good. It's surprising. I was like very impressed with the articulation, the build. Even it has some thin flaps on its arms where the hands fold out, but you can tell they're thin. And if you rotated at the hinge, it's fine. There was no bending or anything. But that's a pretty good figure in both modes, and it's very posable. And I got, although you'll notice, Bobby, that there's some paint stripping on the sword hilt, because they didn't account for the adding extra, space in the handholds. So the paint is stripping. And what else did I get? I got in MPM Barricade, which I haven't had an opportunity to transform yet. and Generation Toy Streetwise. And these directions are sometimes good, and then they just fall into a hole of horrible. So I'll let you know what I think of the figure after I finish transforming him. And I think that's all that I got.
Can I ask you 2 follow-up questions?
Yes, sir.
Were you low-key trying to imply that Tony is the triad with that sending you a finger count? Okay, good. I didn't know if I need to be aware.
I am not low-key.
If they made a big bad Battle and Dudicus repaint of that Dudicus, do you buy it again?
No, I only want one. I didn't buy the repaint of Scorponok. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not all about that repaint life. Nope.
What if Bobby does a box art?
Well, maybe, but I won't open it. I'll just have him sign it, and I'll put it on my wall with some sticky tack so it doesn't damage the box. So I preserve it.
I can put it in a shadow box.
Sticky tack.
What's that, Greg?
I can put it in a shadow box for you.
Ooh, can I box it? Shadow boxing?
Would you Gorilla Glue it too in there? That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, man. Ruined the joke. Thanks a lot, Matt.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
It was such a good joke.
I don't get it. But...
All right, Matt, what'd you get this week?
I did not get anything, and I lost something. I was moving around my stuff, and one of my Starscream statues took a nosedive, and it broke a lot of places.
Statues?
And I looked at it. Yeah, well, it's a bust, a little Starscream bust, and it was only $600 made. And I looked on eBay; it's $175. So yay! I gotta come up with some.
Get some glue, Mac.
Nah, man, that shit was all busted. The fingers were all crumpled up and everything. So I lost a Starscream bust.
All right.
But, yeah. And Bubby.
Yeah.
What did you get, Bubby?
Honestly?
To check out.
All I got nothing to check out. I only got one thing, and it was Hot Toys Brain. For you, the people.
How is that little feller?
It's fine. I'll tell you my biggest gripe with it. My intent with it was to display him holding his vest, like he always walks and he has both hands up holding his vest. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't have a double jointed elbow, so guess what?
What?
He can't hold his vest.
Well, that just ruined it for you, didn't it?
It's a bummer.
Douche.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer for sure. So I've got him just standing there holding half of Batman's mask, which is fine. But yeah, I got it for a good price. Pinkerton actually bought it and then decided he didn't want to commit, so he sold it to me.
Oh, well, that's good. That's nice of him.
Yeah. So I guess from there, we should move into third-party news. But before we do, happy Valentine's Day again, ladies and gentlemen. Put your lady back. Give her some fine Pinot Noir. Talk to her about your latest third-party releases, which is Planet X Insecticons. And we got, I guess, official kind of marketing prototype images.
Mm-hmm. They look pretty good.
Yeah, they look good. They look exactly like they should.
Mm-hmm. That's all that matters. Is Planet X known for their paint? Are they good on their paint?
I wouldn't say that they're necessarily known for their paint, but where they do paint, they usually paint. Where they usually use like a metallic plastic, or, something like that, which works fine, like a metallic fleck plastic. That Megatron I just looked at recently, that was the worst thing from them I've ever seen.
Yeah, the transformation didn't look that good.
And it's not terrible. It's just the worst thing from them I'd ever seen.
I'd like to see some purple metallic paint on these Insecticons.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty good. Do you think they're going to have a lot of light, not light piping, but translucent? I don't see very much translucent on them right now. A lot of people are going with the translucent now. Maybe that might be a good discussion. Do you like translucent, plastic on here? Instead of using paint, they do that.
I think it has its place but I think it should be used sparingly.
Okay. Because a lot of people, I don't know, the Megatron kind of had a lot. A little bit, looked like a little bit. But I don't see these Insecticons having that. So if they do the purple metallic, I think that will look good on these.
Yeah. Greg, do you have any thoughts on these?
These are weird.
What about Robert?
Just me and Bobby tonight? Okay.
What about Robert? What about just me and Matt?
Robert is here.
Did we lose everything?
Can you hear? Sorry. I was on mute.
I can hear everybody now. I can hear everybody.
I just said very valuable things.
Yeah, I actually said a bunch of stuff that I just thought.
we couldn't hear you at all. So go ahead, Greg.
Well, never mind. It's too late for the joke. I was trying to make it after your what I got thing, but that time that ship is sailed. Two things, Matt. I don't know. Do they use a lot of translucent plastic when they do like test shots and prototypes and shit, or does that come later? So there may.
I don't know. But where would it be on these?
Maybe like in those little thruster bits and like the shit that was all lit up in the game. That's my second question. Do you think Repro-Labels is going to release one of those hollow glue sets to fuck these things all down? Healing fucking stickers?
Yes.
Yeah. I think they look fine. I don't collect the video game stuff. I did enjoy these two games, but I had the two. I didn't care much for the third one. I
never played it.
The first half isn't bad.
It goes into the movie.
Company. Yeah, it was a different company copying Activision. So I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it didn't have the heart the first two did. But then the second half was like Dark of the Moon, and they
right.
They reskinned the characters with Dark of the Moon, and like Grimlock transforms, but it doesn't work at all. Like it's completely different, and he looks completely different in the end. It just glitches to another fucking character model.
Interesting.
And I didn't even bother to finish it, if that tells you anything. I mean, I got to the very last battle, and then I died, and I was like, you know what? I'm taking this back to Redbox. So.
I don't like the alt modes. I'm not feeling the alt modes.
But
Bombshell, especially.
I feel like they're accurate, though.
Oh, they could be accurate, but maybe I don't like them during the.
That's fine.
Do love them, and I love them in robot mode, but.
I'm actually not crazy about the kickback alt mode. Like it could be accurate. I'm just not crazy about the design.
It looks like a dog.
For that one.
Yeah.
How big are these? Are these a Voyager size?
That's what your girl said.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Robert?
They're 12-inch tall.
Oh, Robert, with your Wi-Fi.
Does it sound bad?
No, it's just like you're cutting in and out. It's like it's like you got homeboy Wi-Fi. It's fucking ridiculous.
Wi-Fi is through Boost Mobile.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You had to buy a card to re-up your minutes.
Okay.
You had to go to the
Wi-Fi.
Shout out to Cricket.
You get that.
I like these. I mean, I think they look nice. I think that Shrapnel looks better than the official one that came out ages ago. I think they look good.
Yeah.
If you're into it.
No, I don't disagree. I think the kickback looks a little crazy, but I think the rest... Kickback must be the hard one to do.
Oh, shit, man.
You would think it'd be easier because he doesn't have a lot of...
I agree.
He's skinnier.
I agree.
But I love the bot. The bot modes look menacing. I like the bot modes.
Yeah, it's good sculpt work.
Yeah. I don't know about the chest on Bombshell with the holes and titties.
He's got a little beehive going on up in there.
Yeah, but... Like I said, these look good, and I think they're selling. I think they're selling as a 3-pack too. I think that's what they're doing.
That makes sense.
It'll be expensive.
It's like $180.
Oh God, I hope not. 150 tops.
You're in on this?
No, of course not.
I don't remember, but were these guys like bruisers in the game or no? Or were they just? Because I can't remember between them and the ones from that.
They were.
That other one, that cell shaded one.
I think they were like mini bosses.
They fought. Was it Grimlock?
Yeah, you fought him. You fought him as a boss. You at least fought Kickback, I think, as a boss at the end. I can't remember if you fought them. I feel like they were split up through one level, and you had to fight all three of them. It's kind of like two of as many bosses, and then one is a big boss. But I could be wrong.
Wasn't that Devastation though? And then like the different fights, like they would like create clones and shit.
Devastation, they may have had clones, but I think in the High Moon game they were split up in a level. But I could be wrong about that.
I just remember you were Grimlock and you run around and you were chomping at them or something. You had to. I think if that's correct.
That game's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I wish I still had them. I'll go back and I may go back and get them, play them again.
I still got them.
I've got the one.
The second one?
No, I've got the very first one on my old computer.
Nice.
I meant to download them from Xbox when they were like super cheap, and then like all of a sudden they pulled them because they lost Activision. The license expired, so they couldn't sell them anymore as like on any of the download platforms. But I'm probably finding them at GameStop for pretty cheap.
Right.
Oh yeah, used. Yeah, you definitely find them used somewhere, or
And
eBay
then
or Amazon.
The other 50% of our third-party news is Magic Square Toys Strongman, a legend-scaled G1 Huffer.
I think this looks good.
It does.
And it's got
an ab crunch.
Yeah, you can see.
Yep.
Oh, it does.
Nice.
Nice.
It broke because I think in this another Keith company.
I don't know.
I think so. Where'd the little trailer come from?
Trailer.
Hey, internet, you need to shut the fuck up.
That might be that little Takara one, but I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe a World's Smallest Transformer.
Because I think the world's smallest Transformer one is too small.
If you go down a couple more pictures, you see it beside that hybrid style, the Prime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that sea spray don't look that bad either.
I agree.
Man, I might have to get these. These are little legend size. I might have to get these.
These are little legend size. I might have to get these.
Yeah, I'm thinking. He got that little ab crunch. He's like, yeah, see my abs.
Yeah, but it looks right.
Looks like he's trying not to shit his pants. Hold my gun.
Yeah.
What's that, Greg?
Are you going to sell your Hasbro when you get that sea spray?
No.
Are you going to sell your fucking offer? That's a remold of that fucking Prime.
No. I ain't selling none of that stuff. I am waiting for X-Transbot sea spray so I can get a sea spray. Wish that hurry up come out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, that Bumblebee don't look. Ooh, I don't know about that Bumblebee.
What Bumblebee is that?
The picture with Huffer and.
No. I see the picture, but what Bumblebee is it?
I don't know. A 19-year-old girl's a Volkswagen Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Robert, stop making fun of me and tell me what the fuck this Bumblebee is.
What do you mean? What is this Bumblebee? You mean? Oh, is this like? I don't know. I thought it was their Bumblebee.
Okay, that's
not the
answer.
G1 deal.
Maybe it's a Matchbox. I don't know. That has no panels. I think that's just a toy car. I can't imagine they would give you that for Bumblebee.
I wouldn't put it past anybody.
I don't
Robert,
know. Yeah.
Stop making fun of me.
Is that the Prime?
Well, yeah, Prime? You're supposed to be the Legends expert.
I was making fun of Matt.
Are you not a Legends expert?
No, I'm not a Legends expert.
You mad, bro?
What I was saying, Bobby, I think this is just like a toy car because it's got the Volkswagen logo, and I don't think they're that brazen.
Gotcha.
I don't think it would look that bad. I don't think it would look that shitty if it was their sculpt. They seem to be nailing the sculpts pretty well. That's why I think it's Keith.
Are you gonna get Robert? Are you getting any of these? I mean, that Prime don't look that bad. I mean,
the Prime is a hybrid style. That's
thanks for entering that. Thanks for adding that now, Robert. Are you gonna get yourself a strong man, Robert?
Greg told you. Why would I be getting myself a strong man? What the hell are you talking about? What?
Are you getting yourself a strong man?
Are we on 3 different pages or something? Because Bobby's asking a question. Robert don't know what the hell he's talking about. Robert's asking questions.
Bro, Big Nag. Who's Strongman? Is one of their names Strongman or something?
Oh, you gotta relax.
God, I'm confused.
I'm gonna give a straw man, and I'm gonna argue about it.
Okay. Let's set the record straight. That is hybrid style Optimus Prime and his trailer.
Robert,
that
we
is
know.
a toy Bumblebee.
But let's set this record straight. Are you getting a strong man for yourself?
Or better internet.
I guess I'm getting a strong man.
Good.
You know, that actually reminds me of an embarrassing story that happened today.
About you getting
I was in the farm. About me what?
About you getting a strong man?
Or better
Why
internet?
do you keep asking me if I'm getting a strong man?
You know that's the name of this guy, right?
Which guy? There's two.
Huffer,
There's
you.
Who are they talking about the last 30 minutes?
There's Huffer. There's Sideswipe.
The
there's
Huffer's
Hybrid
name.
Style.
The Huffer's name. Which is the first thing. As soon as you click on it, it goes to it. It says Magic Square Toys Strongman.
I am getting the Strongman. Yes,
Wow,
I need a Strongman.
his internet's struggling right now. He can't.
God,
No, it's
he
not.
is trash tonight.
No, it's
Struggling.
not. You're all
Struggling.
your faces. I need a Strongman in my life. I thought his name was Brobdingag.
I just want to state for the record, Robert D just literally drove me to drink just then. And the fact
Now let's be
hear
honest. You
voice
were already drinking before.
in my headphones that were across the room made it even worse.
Oh, it actually where it says Takar's hybrid style. You're right. You're correct, Robert. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Greg said it first. He gets the credit. But
yeah, Bo.
What the fuck? Yes. Well, your question to me was, am I getting all of these? My plan is whatever comes out in a wave, I'll get, and if it's good, I'll get more. If any of them are shit, I'm not gonna bother. What?
Your internet sucks.
Your face sucks. All right, I'm gonna hang up and call in again.
There.
No, don't do that. Fuck that guy, man.
Block him from.
God damn it.
Oh, I love this show. God damn. We all get new equipment, but he still ain't hooked up his new equipment.
He's the only one. He's literally the only one.
Oh God, I love that man.
Okay.
Are we gonna edit this out, or are we moving on?
No, we'll move on.
I believe this shit, man. That shit's golden, man.
In order to move on, we need to move on to Hasbro News, ladies and gentlemen. Come on and go with us as we travel into Hasbro News.
Wow.
And we have Hasbro brand blueprint.
It's Christmas. Ooh.
So, we are exactly a week away from New York Toy Fair 2018, and the excitement is slowly building up. A few days ago, at the 2017 full-year financial call, Hasbro CEO Brian Goldner made several statements that will not only be reflected at this year's Toy Fair itself, but also on the future of Transformers franchise as a whole. This is a quote. So when we talk about our Bumblebee movie, it's really the focal point of an entire blueprint activation that will take place around the time of the year. What does it mean? We are diving deep into the statements made in order to figure out all the hints given away regarding the franchise we know and love. Before we dig into the future of the franchise, we need to take a look at the obvious elephant in the room.
Robert D.
Transformers: The Last Night. How well did it do? If you look at Transformers, I think we go from strength to strength. This year, Transformers in the fourth quarter was in dollar terms our biggest growing brand, and overall for the year grew very strong double digits. It's because we are perpetually engaged with our audience by demographic and psychographic.
I don't know about that.
We're perpetually in touch with our. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
We delivered revenue and profit growth in the entertainment and licensing segment, led by strength in consumer products. We had 2 successful franchise brand theatrical events, which drove incremental revenue in both Transformers and My Little Pony. However, the presentation slide does not directly say how much the movie toys contributed to the $2.57 billion growth. For Hasbro, they are happy with the sales from Transformers: The Last Night, despite the movie underperforming both critically and financially. But for them, an eye-opener came in the form of another famous franchise, Star Wars. So
this is like Trump taking credit for the stock market.
Yeah,
Jesus
this is
Christ.
bullshit. This is bullshit. So it says it just gives it franchise brands, partner brands, Hasbro Gaming, and emerging brands. But it doesn't break down what those mean exactly. And like they have the fucking Monopoly guy in there too, which I guess would be a gaming brand.
Thumbs up.
So the percent of change for franchise brands is up 11%. For partner brands is down 21%. And actually, I would be willing to say that that's probably Star Wars making up a large portion of that negative 21.
Why? How?
Because they said that the merchandising didn't do very well this go round.
Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars shit everywhere.
And then emerging brands is down 5% as well. So the only thing that went up was the franchise brands, which I would imagine would be Transformers and My Little Pony at the helm, to be honest.
I think I know y'all think it's bullshit. I think it's good news. I mean, I'm happy Transformers are in the store still.
No,
that's good. You know, I mean, I know everybody else is. I know you don't like Hasbro stuff, but you know, I know people are like, you know, at least it's in the store still, and kids are still buying it sometimes. I mean, I guess.
Happy the current lines are in the store. It's up a lot of money.
Okay.
We didn't catch that, Greg.
Oh, don't tell me mine's fucking up.
No, it wasn't. You were just far away from the mic.
The mic. Well, I think it was Robert swishing over me because my mic.
No, I don't think so. But go ahead. You're good now. You're good now.
Internet.
I assumed he was calling you internet. I said I'm happy that the current lines are in the store too, because it saves me. It frees up a lot of money in my budget for.
Oh, no, that's fine.
And the lights, you know, cable. And...
I mean, I don't want the brand to fail. I would like to see improvement in the brand, but I don't want the brand to fail.
Well, I think that it's really good that Transformers is still around. I mean, there's a lot of a lot of toy brands have fallen. You know, He-Man, G.I. Joe. You know, you don't see any of that stuff. You know, Star Wars is always going to be around. But Transformers have been around for 30+ years, and they're still going, pretty strong in the stores. So I'm excited. I'm glad that they still have a little place in the store.
Well, I think they're like, I can't think of the right word for it. What would you call it? That period where there were no Transformers and they kind of reimagine, I guess would be a way to put it. But I had a different word in my head. I lost it. I think they're reimagining what they're doing with G.I. Joe, because we're supposedly getting new G.I. Joe next year.
Okay.
And reboot movie and stuff.
Well, that's good. That's good. I want that stuff to be around. I would love to walk in the store again and see G.I. Joe, He-Man, and all that other stuff, Thundercats, all that stuff. I would love to see that in the store.
I want Jason the Wheeled Warriors to make a comeback.
I wear that, yeah. Or Goonies or something. But anyways.
You can buy Goonies toys now. They have those reaction figures.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to buy them.
You're going to see them in the stores, but you're not going to buy any of it.
I buy stuff in the stores, Robert.
Moving on, we have the Studio Series Bumblebee.
No, you don't.
Well, I don't. The figure appears to be a remold of Transformers Last Night Deluxe Bumblebee, albeit with a more 70s Camaro-inspired alternate mode. This is our first look at the figure and is labeled as Studio Series 01. It is also our first look at the deluxe figure from the line in this packaging.
Oh, Bobby, did I tell you that I passed up some Pata Primes for some third party?
No kidding.
I did. I passed up. I had a chance to. I could have bought Optimus Prime and that Rodimus, and I passed them up, and I got some third party stuff.
Wow. Tides
are changing, turning, whatever.
Tides are changing.
My man's acting like it wasn't hard to pass up those two.
Well, it was. I want that Optimus. It looks all right. The Rodimus, I don't care for. But
it looks all right. It looks like $25 on the clearance shelf at Walmart.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. I don't want to pay $50 for it.
Yeah, I saw it. They look a lot better on the internet than they do in person. It's kind of like Tinder.
If I could get it for $20, I'd definitely be happier. But I passed them up, and I got two other good stuff. Anyways, this Bumblebee, not Brumblebee. Yeah.
This looks like garbage.
Man, I could probably hook it up soon. Apparently, Meijer, which is like one of my local chains, has the tags up.
Oh, really?
For these figures. So for this and a couple other ones, with the deluxes and the leaders.
When's the movie come out?
Well, this is just a different series.
Okay. That's not the movie. Okay. I'm sorry.
So I can probably hook you up. I go to Meijer at least once a week. I have a prescription to pick up there. So if you want me to look for you.
Gotta get my drugs and get some Bumblebee going on.
Gotta get my Sudafed.
Dude, Meijer Pharmacy is awesome because when I go, I pick up Kit's meds too because we're on about the same schedule. And so it's like 6 or 7 fucking bottles, and they give it to you in a brown paper bag, like a little brown paper.
Oh, walk out like a.
Pills. Yeah, dude, that shit is fucking awesome.
I'm sorry, the box art looks. The Bumblebee box art looks like a girl. Like he got boobs. Okay.
I don't think this looks good at all.
I know you don't, because you don't like Transformers.
This is like the premiere, this is supposed to be like the good line. The good line.
Right. Now I get that. The packaging looks like it should be.
How should that be, Bobby?
Like it should be. Like it should be good.
It looks like it's like lined with sushi seaweed.
What?
What do you call that stuff, Greg? That seaweed?
Oh,
it's called seaweed.
I know, but I can't think of it right now because you asked me.
Shimmy, shimmy.
I love that shit. I eat that shit. I eat the little snacks.
Yeah.
Snacks.
Snacks.
And then who's 2, 3, and 4, Matt?
Let me go back. I'm sorry. 4 is Ratchet. 3 is God. That was the dreadlock guy from what's his name? I forgot his name. Oh, Dreadnought, I think, or whatever.
He's probably a memorable character, right?
And 2, I can't really see. He's red. Is that the Dino or Dino?
Yeah, I don't know.
Matt, you were right about that first one. That shit's definitely ratchet as fuck.
No, 3 is what's the
Where are you seeing this? Where are you seeing these images?
It's on the back of the Bumblebee package.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
But yeah, 4 is Ratchet.
Thank you, Jesus.
3 is the Dreadnought, whatever.
Dude,
the one that was
if
chasing.
Jesus came down from heaven and all he had to show you was more movie Transformer figures?
You would take it up. That's what you would.
This sucks.
Bobby's like, I like the hot weather anyway.
It's Nori, by the way.
Nori!
Noriega?
Yes.
So who's 2? Is that Cliff Jumper?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
I don't know. I don't know. It could be Jazz.
I think that's movie Abominus.
Yeah, your mom. Oh, fuck you.
You can talk about my mom if you want, man. It's fine.
I forgot. I know.
He was like, "Oh, this ain't gonna hurt his feelings." I can't.
My man said, "It's your mom."
So I walk around on eggshells. I walk around eggshells with you, Bobby. I don't know what's gonna trigger you, man.
I'm not easily triggered, Matthew.
Is the red one that stupid car from?
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
or the one before that, Dark of the Moon. Or no, the
AOE. AOE.
Whatever the fuck, I can't.
What was the name? AOE one. The one that was Slider.
Oh, that's Autobot Spike, the red one.
Okay, Spike. Yeah.
Oh, that's Spike.
I say I got to walk on the eggshells. I want to be, still be able to come to Skullfest, so I don't want to upset my man.
It's actually funny because if Bobby casually said that to you, you would be fucking
exactly.
funny shit that you.
Because I love my mom. My mom's in the other room, right there. Laying down sleeping.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to get real fucked up. But look, I would never joke about your mom. All right, and
does all the time. We sent your mom that abomination of flour.
And even if you did joke about my mom or anybody in my family, I could laugh it off.
No, I love your family.
I know it comes from a good place.
Just don't your mom. Hey, did you tell your wife about the me drinking? That I want her to pour me a glass of wine?
I did not.
Damn it. All right.
I will.
What is this?
Are we moving on? Okay.
Moving on off your yeah, what else?
MP40 package image.
He looks kind of short on that box art.
Which is the Hot Rod repaint.
Oh, come on.
It's a little
short. Is he shitting?
Repaint, right?
A little short for a repaint.
Is he short?
No, I'm sure it's the same mold, Matthew.
Oh, I know it is, but he looks kind of...
I kind of want this one because I'm kind of about that Headmaster life again. I know this is the rebirth coloring, but still, and I got rid of my other one.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got rid of my other one. Yeah. Well, no, because I sold it because I was like, I don't know, I don't really like it that much. I mean, it's all right.
Yeah.
And then I got a knockoff because I couldn't pass it on for like $15, and then I sold that and made a profit. And I was like, let's get Hoodlum when it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the box art for this.
And we are hurting for news.
Yeah.
And that big old fucking gun from the old Toys R Us release.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
But I'm having for my carry, so you know, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we saw.
Each other the whole time.
Hey, did y'all see the picture of the fans toys with that blurry? Somebody took some bacon grease and smeared it over their camera.
Oh, there was some fans toys images that did
I had
hit.
that in the show notes, and I deleted it. Shout out to Edge Crusher on TFW specifically because they were like, "Oh, so you will have something interesting to talk about this week," so I deleted it. You don't get your way on Valentine's Day.
We'll teach them. We will teach them.
You a lesson. It was just super boring. Like it was just.
It was like Mind Wipe was in one of them.
Yeah, there was a pro
6-shot,
and then 6-shot car mode, and then it was like a Blitzwing that still in that stand.
It's still the same stand from 2 years ago.
I can add it. I can add it to the show notes. Like,
but there was one on the top left that nobody could really figure out what it was.
That's 6-shot because of the chest wings. Because the chest wings were molded in black plastic, and the rest was molded.
So they had 6-shot up top and bottom.
I think so. Because if you look at the color of the plastic used, it was the same color as the car mode 6-shot at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
But people were like, "Oh, it's hard head, and no, it's this and that." But like, it's kind of weird because the proportions look weird.
Yeah.
It's a big old box and.
And I was going to ask y'all. It's kind of weird that they gave us Weird Wolf, but it's been a while since we've seen anything else. Like they just threw Weird Wolf out, and then no other headmasters.
There's Mind Wipe, like.
I know, it's been a while. I mean, I'm just saying. I was going to ask y'all. Do y'all think they're going to do another? Any more headmasters on their line? So.
Yeah, well, they're going to do. They said they're going to do the Decepticons.
Okay, good. Are they doing the triple?
I hope so. I hope so.
Are they going to do the threeple changers?
I was actually, spoiler alert for next week, I was supposed to have Lupus, my second Lupus today. I bought another Lupus, and that's the package that got rerouted up to Cleveland.
Greg has Lupus.
I was at Panda.
Greg has Lupus.
I always wanted to be on House. Did you ever watch House?
Yeah, I did a little bit. Well, was you not excited, Bobby, for that new fans toy stuff?
Everybody had Lupus?
I am, but I am like I'm gonna post. I just grabbed the picture real quick. I'm gonna post it in the G3, just for the sake of discussion. But I am surprised that also like simultaneously we haven't gotten more pictures from this event.
What event is this? Anyway. Oh, the Cyclonus. Ooh,
what if this event's fake news? What if it didn't actually happen?
So maybe it is.
What if those?
I don't know what to believe anymore.
What if those TKO guys are making fake fucking images now? And that's what...
and that is 6-shot on the left, right?
That's been the fucking.
They look weird. Them feet do.
I would say it looks a little small, but I mean anything's possible. It's so blurry. Who's to say? But
I'm just looking at those black pieces, like they're just sticking out.
Shouldn't he be as big? Shouldn't he be as big as Cyclonus or bigger?
You would think.
And then looking at the colors, the similar colors are in similar places where you think they'd be on that.
Man, I don't think that's 6-shot, man.
That's totally 6-shot. You can tell by the feet, just in the feet.
What's
you
that?
Can see it.
Okay, I mean, he may be.
I mean, I am asking because I want to know who else would. Oh, you can see the wings on the back too, though.
It's totally fucking 6-shot.
Okay, what's
maybe
that guy between
Cyclonus?
Cyclonus?
Maybe that's their fucking Rodimus. Aren't they making a Rodimus too?
I hope so. What's that between Cyclonus and Mind Wipe? That little big purple blob.
I think it's a reflection.
Oh, okay. It could be my penis. Thank you. Man, you're on point tonight, man. God damn, your internet and you are on fucking point.
Matt just said your jokes are trash.
I know. All you got for comeback is your faces.
I feel like that might actually be a double-sided case because you can see a whole bunch of other shit. And that
yeah,
might
I think it is too.
Okay.
Somebody else. It's knockoff garbage.
I'm ready. I'm
excited.
Yeah, the Mind Wipe looks good. The RC, of course, still looks good, and then the Cyclonus and the Blitzwing. I want all this shit.
Blitzwing looks kind of troubling. Oh no, he's not on the stand anymore. Shit, never mind. I thought he was on that stand. That's the corner of the glass behind him. I thought he was still going to stand, like he couldn't fucking stand up.
I'm actually not that excited. I feel like I have a little bit of 6-shot fatigue. Like I'm in for it, but I just feel like I'll be like, yep, that's a 6-shot. You know.
Who's that car in the bottom middle? Did you guys say
6-shot?
No, the bottom middle. That's 6-shot.
Yeah, it's ATV mode.
No.
But what about Greg? What about the one on the bottom, in the middle,
in between Blitzwing and RC?
That ain't 6-shot.
Yeah, that's 6-shot's ATV mode, I think, isn't it?
That's car mode. Yeah.
And that's.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that's the ATV mode, I think. I mean, I don't know what else it would be.
No, it is. It is. You see the wings on top. That's 6-shot. I'm so ready for that fucking RC, man, so I can finish my 86.
Yeah, you and me both.
I'm so ready for that RC so I can put the rounded chest on. And
I'm doing that too.
To all the groups.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how many times we're going to see that in the groups.
Let's just say I have a use for all those MMC tapes now. Just saying. She might be getting a little gangbang.
Look at that wingspan. Mac.
Excited for that.
I'm most excited for that. What's his fucking name? Oh my god!
Tell me.
Say it.
I'm blanking. I'm blanking.
You shooting blanks?
Talk fans toys to me.
Not Scourge. What the fuck is his name? Wow. Cyclonus. Thank you. Cyclonus.
Yeah, I am too. I think that'd be pretty good.
What do you think his third-party name's going to be?
Cyclonus.
Hurricane.
Yeah. Well, that's
that would be good. That would be a good name, Hurricane. Yeah, I like it. Send that in.
It'll be like Hurricane Wii instead of Cyclone Plus.
Is Fans Toys doing a wheelie?
He doesn't have to send it in because all he's got to do is just fucking edit the box.
That is true. That is so true.
You can just write it in. Like,
who else? I guess we need a wheelie. I guess Fans Toys need to do a wheelie now.
There's a rumor they're doing a wheelie because they make a point of using that obsolete ass fucking.
Oh, the old one? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's confirmation from Delangelang.
I can't help but think they're just taking a piss. Like, nah, we're gonna go ahead and use this one.
I think they are too.
They did a wheelie.
Well, they need a rec car too. They need to do a rec car.
No, we don't need a rec car.
I don't need another rec car.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
the rest of those fucking Junkions is what needs to happen.
I wonder if he's gonna do any more.
He had renders for like.
Yeah, I remember. We just haven't heard anything about it. You know.
Yeah.
How many there's 2 that are out. How many of those are supposed to be?
I wonder if that second one, because I know retailers had a hard time moving them because because they had to start saying like, look, you have to buy them both because like everybody was just buying Rekgar and people were just stuck with like fucking warehouses full of the other guy.
Okay, yeah. So they first started selling them separate, didn't they?
Right, and then they were like, "Whoa, wait a minute! You got to get them both."
Not there. You can buy the other one too. What?
Somebody had said the X-Trans bots because people were asking like, "Where's this? Where's that? Where's this?" And I think they were going to finish the shit they were putting like stuff that had already kind of been released, like the Inferno and like that mold. They were going to wait for the market to kind of die down, and they were going to do some new shit no one else has done, and then they would release that stuff that was already kind of like almost ready to go. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if like the repaints might be in that because they were worried that people would get Junkion fatigue.
Right.
Would y'all buy a Fans Toy Sharticon and get rid of your iGear and UT ones?
I don't think I would get rid of this. The kind of the nice thing about Shardouts, you can just keep adding to it and it's fine.
Trip building. Yeah. But like a masterpiece scale, because I don't consider them masterpiece scale.
Yeah, I guess they're a little small, but it's like I'd almost be okay with like just different sizes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, or different. Yeah.
Because like the iGear ones are a little taller than the Unique Toys ones.
Got them long faces.
I held off. I didn't get any of them. I held off.
You should get them. They're pretty good. I like the UT ones better, but the iGear ones, like I said, it's a different. A lot different, so you can have 2 sets.
Yeah, they're both enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Except for the fucking little horns fall off. I hate that shit.
That's on the Unique Toys ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the iGear ones don't have that.
Bother the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I liked them. I had both sets. I liked them both. And
yeah.
They go really good with the Dinobots. Sorry, Greg. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was going to say I just had that feeling that like a set that was once like that third-party master, because that was still when everybody was making like the
Voyager
Chug-a-Lugs.
piece.
Yeah, and I felt like something else was about to come out, and I sold them because like people they were starting to dry up at retailers, and I was like, I'm gonna capitalize on this shit, and that's like one of the like 2 times that shit backfired on me. That I didn't actually make a profit off of something I sold when I had that feeling. So
yeah, they look good with the Impossible Toys Quintessons as well.
Oh yeah,
States of that shit.
Yeah,
those things fucking suck, and they're fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah,
they're not worth the original retail price, but you know.
So let's move on into questions, which we do have a.
You want to do that discussion?
Yeah, we could do a discussion. What was your discussion? You had a discussion topic, didn't you, Matt?
Fuck, Greg. Robert, you're
that's Robert's.
On point still tonight.
That's Robert's contribution for this evening.
Let me bring it back up. Yeah, sure ain't his internet.
I think it was fiction, about fiction, if like powder primes and something else would do better.
Yeah, where the fuck did I put it?
Wasn't your question just like, if powder primes was better, wouldn't more people like it?
Wouldn't more people like it?
I think it was like, would all this shit do better if they had fiction behind it, which I think we've kind of touched on in the past, but I mean, I'm okay
to paraphrase it was, do you think the strength of the fiction
Yeah. I got
quality of the fiction drives the sales of the toy?
Like I said, does a good series make the toy line better? You know, like take the Prime series. You know, the fiction was really good, and the toys were good. But say like a C-Dub and Time Returns, all that stuff, and Powder Primes had a strong cartoon with it. Do you think that more people would accept? I don't know.
I definitely
accept it, but like it.
I definitely think so, and I'll tell you why. If like I like that Transformers Prime RC, but I probably wouldn't give 2 fucks about it if I didn't know the fiction behind it.
Yeah, the character.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same for a lot of like the IDW stuff as well. I think that the fiction drives everything. For me, I think there are people out there that like just cool looking shit, and they just get whatever is cool looking to them. That's cool. I get it. But for me, it's if I like that character and I want a representation of that character.
Man, this fucking generation toy Streetwise.
Way to stay on point.
Not one ratchet. Not one fucking ratchet. Sorry.
Oh, really?
I don't know. That thing's gonna ratchet. Yes, he's the same twice.
You got any views on the actual show that we're having, Robert? Or
I think fiction always drives the quality of the merchandise, and not the quality of the merchandise, but the interest in the merchandise. Obviously.
Yeah.
I think that's always been.
Especially animated and Prime, and then you have the Cybertron, or the not Cyber, the Unicron, the Unicron trilogies. The fiction wasn't that great,
right?
So I think it made the toys lackluster. Like Energon and Cybertron, which don't get me wrong, Cybertron and Energon, they do have some good figures in that line, and I like them, and some people do too. But the fiction just was kind of weak.
Some people do too.
Some people do. I mean, I've heard.
Yeah, I'm sending you a video to the G3 showing you that shit. I'm so pissed. I hate when I get something and it's shitty.
I think
I'm sorry, I realized I just did it too, but Robert,
the cartoons do help.
I agree. I mean, I think, or anything, like if it's a comic that's compelling, or any kind of supplemental material that's quality, I think it's ultimately going to drive the.
Well, that's why people won the Wreckers. So
absolutely
had that fiction. I mean, they saw that and they're like, "Holy shit, I want fucking toys of that."
Absolutely.
I feel like one thing that Prime did that was cool is they took nuggets from across the spectrum of Transformers fiction and incorporated it into a new story, which was good.
I agree.
That's true.
Like a Bulkhead and Wheeljack were Wreckers, you know?
And then there was some movie verse kind of, nods.
But then you had the Megatron and Starscream thing, the G1, back and forth, and then what else? I don't. I wish they would go back to Prime and say we need to make something like this again for the next toy line.
You don't like the Moosehead guy?
I love the Moosehead. It's a good figure. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? And I might bring the Skullfest so you have me review it. And matter of fact, I am. So you're gonna get a new review. Some moose tracks. But you know,
moose tracks.
I mean, R&D did all right. I mean, the figures are not bad. I like the ones I've gotten are not that bad. I haven't watched the fiction. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces here and there, but I don't think it was that bad. It lasted 3 seasons, so. But what they usually do is last only 3 seasons anyway.
Was it the Moosehead that talked like Robert De Niro?
Was he a tail?
He hasn't watched it. Nobody's watched it because it's super
I watched
trash.
like a few episodes and then I
watched a few episodes. But
I watched the first like 2. Remember we were for a bit we were talking about the episodes, like we like covered like the first 2 episodes, and then nobody wanted to watch it anymore.
Well, no, we should go back and do that. See what. And because they had a talking crab, or was it not crab, a lobster? Bisk was a lobster.
So
Bisk, and his name's Bisk.
I know you can't make that shit up. Come on now.
Can't make that up.
See, that's what I hate about Transformers, man. Is like some of this like. I hate this. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's the truth, though.
Know,
like,
but Star Wars has nothing bad with it.
No, it's not that. Star Wars has plenty bad with it, but it's like I hate when people are like, so you're into Transformers, and I'm like, yes, but like not what you think of when you think of Transformers. Like, I hate having to give it's like the only franchise that I'm into that I feel like I had to give a fucking disclaimer to people about.
Oh,
because when people hear Transformers, they instantly think of the Bay films. Like that's like their go-to.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because it's out.
Right. Well, it's what's most in the public conscious.
Correct. Yeah. Well, I understand that.
I remember my landlord came into my apartment once, and I told him I collect Transformers. He's like, "Oh, I love Transformers," and then I was like, "Yeah, take a look at this." And he's like, I showed him MP10, and he was like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "What? You like Transformers, right?"
Did you kick him out?
And I'm like, "That's Optimus Prime." He goes, "That doesn't look like anything like Optimus Prime." I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, from the movies." And I was like, "What? Oh yeah, the movies."
Well, kids growing up are gonna relate to Optimus Prime being from the movies and then the 80s.
Grown ass man.
I don't disagree.
He's a grown ass man.
I mean, he's a grown ass man, but some people just was not, the kids that watched that stuff. I guess they were, I don't know, sheltered or something. I don't know, school,
or they just didn't hit their radar.
Yeah, maybe it did hit the radar. It's just some people they know Transformers from the movies. I can't fault them for that. I mean, I can always say, no, there's been 30+ years of good stuff, and there's been some.
Well, there's been 30+ years of stuff. Let's say.
Yeah, the stuff. Yeah.
Let's just call it stuff.
But whatever. I love Transformers, and I'm so glad to be a collector right now. It's great to be a collector.
Yeah.
And I don't mind being on a Transformer show either. ROC.
What happened there?
Shots fired.
Oh yeah, that's fired. They think that they're not a Transformer show anymore. Boo.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't be a Transformer show.
I'm glad they're not.
Like
their show was good last night.
Monday. They had a good show this week. I listened to it.
I love their shows when they don't really have anything, like we don't have anything, and they just, answer questions and shit like that. It's fucking awesome.
About fucking time, guys.
When Dan fucking said it, Pinkerton's fucking his cousin.
It's almost like the thing to not be into Transformers now. It's like I've transcended.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Everyone's fucking doing it.
I'm getting rid of all my collection.
Bobby's almost there. He's gonna do it.
No, because I'm looking to complete. That is the goal. The goal is to complete.
Okay, Kylo.
Will it ever be complete though?
He'll get more on resale value if he sells a complete collection.
But I'm almost
this lot for $20,000. Would not like to split it up.
I'm almost there. I can see the finish line. Send
$20,000, friends and family, or add 4%.
Free shipping and handling.
Throws them all in this fucking tub.
It'll be like money. I take MoneyGrams.
No, but I did. But on serious note, the show last week for RLC was really good. It was awesome. So.
Yeah, they have a good show. I've enjoyed watching them grow, so to speak.
Like a penis,
so to speak.
Bunch of growers, not showers.
So I guess we should move on to questions.
All right.
Which we have a lot of, which I didn't even realize we had a lot of.
That's good. Yeah, a lot of people. And you know what? They're sending through the Gmail.
Yeah, which is nice.
Awesome.
So send your questions to shatteredcastonline@gmail.com. And our first question, MP Collector's question of the week. Continuing with last week's theme of let's get to know the SCU guys a little better, for this week's question, I'd love to hear you guys talk about the best vacations you ever took and what your future dream vacations would look like. Where would each of your Grail vacations take place?
Oh, shit.
For me, it was definitely Europe. I went to Europe in 2005 with my wife and Adam and his wife, and we did Spain, France, and Italy, and it was everything. It was like the food and like, you know, it's the first time I was outside of the U.S. And just like as a side note, I feel like when you grow up in the United States, like you just feel like every other country is like super trash. Like you just, you know what I mean? Like you just feel like every other country is like struggling, like super, like, and like going over there and having like the realization, like, oh, everybody's fine. These guys are fine. Oh, they're fine.
Normal.
Yeah, they're fine over here. Everything is okay.
We don't need to help them.
I just learned a lot. I learned a lot about the world. Like it changed my worldview. And I think they say that like traveling changed your worldview, but it definitely changed my worldview. And I remember I went to I remember two things specifically. I was in Pompeii and I got the tour guide to say Big Pipe, and then the second one was I was in Naples, and we were having pizza at this pizzeria, and they take that shit very serious. Like, if you're a pizzeria, the cheese has got to be from a certain kind of goat, and the tomato has to be a certain type of tomato, or the feds,
buffalo,
or the feds can shut you down. Like if
buffalo, not goat.
I don't
You
know.
need goat cheese mozzarella.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I can't remember. But
it's buffalo mozzarella.
They said that like it has to be like certain type. Everything has to be a certain type. Now, if you're like Joe's Pizza Spot, you're fine. But if you call yourself a pizzeria, it has to be very specific. And I talked to the guy like a good bit, and he ended up giving me a free pizza because he was like, dude, I've never met anybody that likes pizza as much as you do. And he gave me a free pizza, but he was like, you guys can like just call and order it, right? That's crazy. And I was like, that is crazy. You want to know what's crazier? We can also go to the grocery store and just get it frozen. And he was like disgusted. Like, what in the world?
That's a slap in the face.
Was he like, oh, you honor me. Come, eat this raw onion with me. It is a sign of respect in Italy.
But it was good. It was like a just a life-changing thing. And it was on a swingers cruise, so, same room, full swap.
No shit.
No, it wasn't.
You and Adam finally touched here?
But it was good.
Cross swords?
You and Adam talked?
No, and they make your little towels into little elephants and shit, which was nice.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, that was definitely mine. Anybody else? I would like to go. I would like to go back to Europe and do like Northern Europe. I'd like to do like England and Ireland and all that kind of shit. And I would also like to see. I'd like to see Moscow. I'd like to see Tokyo and do like an Asian. My only thing with that is I'm concerned about the food.
I'd like to do an Asian too.
I'm concerned about the food. Like I would like to do Hong Kong and Tokyo and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just worried. I'm very particular about food, and I'm worried about my chance of survival there. But, anybody else?
He doesn't really mean
it. Or Joe with the snomlet.
Did you literally mean do an Asian or did you intend to finish your sentences do like an Asian tour?
What do you think he meant?
Yeah, no, Asian tour.
Come on.
Can I make a confession to you guys?
Please.
I've never actually in my adult life had a vacation that didn't involve personal tragedy. That didn't involve like somebody being sick or dead. That's usually what my vacation time goes to.
Well, what about I guess being stuck in a car with Tyler for like 12 hours counts as being sick.
That was like
or dying inside.
That was like overnight. That was like a one-night stand.
Oh, dying inside. I guess I'll go next. My best vacation was Skullfest.
Oh.
No.
I know that.
I was in Germany for 2 years, and it wasn't a vacation. It was my job. But I really had a great time over there.
Who did you fight?
I fought the Nazis, and but it was cool. I mean, I got to see Germany. I didn't get to see a lot. I wanted to go see Italy and all that stuff, and I didn't get a chance to. So that would my dream vacation would probably go over to Tokyo. I would love to go over there and everything because I'm about the same height as them, so that'd be cool. That wasn't funny. I apologize for that one.
I'd like to go to Europe. Kit went to Italy on her honeymoon with his husband. He's just piggyback with his parents' family trip as his fucking
very cool.
honeymoon.
I had a good time. I had a good honeymoon too. Me and my wife went to Disney World, and I had a good week down in Florida. So that was a really good one too. So, and we're planning on we're gonna have I might change this this year because I'm going to New York in May. So that might change my best vacation.
When's Skullfest again, Bobby? May what?
What are you talking about?
It's Floyd Mayweather.
Isn't Skullfest in May?
Yeah.
May what?
I'd have to get my calendar out.
May 5th.
So you coming after Skullfest, Matthew?
Yeah, I'll be when I get out of school.
I have a funny feeling Matt's canceling on one of us, Bubby.
No, I'm coming to both.
Okay, just don't cancel on Bobby for the sake of coming in.
Robert,
no, I don't care. I don't care who you cancel on by. Whatever you gotta do.
No, I'm coming to Skullfest, and Robert. I've been talking to you for weeks. We're gonna see a show. We're doing all that stuff.
What are you gonna see? Jellicle cats. Jellicle. Is it the Jellicle cats?
We was gonna go see Lion King, but Lion King's expensive, so we may go see Aladdin.
Go see Cats, Mac.
I don't think we didn't see anything. I didn't think they were cats.
You're a Transformer. You're a Transformers fan. You're supposed to like cats.
No, I don't like cats. I hate cats. I love dogs.
Oh, you're not a real Transformers fan.
But we like I said, Lion King. I want to go see that, but Lion King, but it's really expensive. So, like I said, Aladdin or maybe Wicked. I love Wizard of Oz. So,
wow, a whole play about Wicked, the Ewok.
All right, I'm gonna cancel Skullfest.
Wicked, Lion King, or Wicked.
Let me get on the Skullface page, and
if I was going to a Broadway show, I'd see Book of Mormon. That's what I would go see.
Oh my God, that shit is like sold out forever.
I know.
I know. What was that?
I know. Hey, Robert, what's your vacation?
I think I would have to say my wedding because, like, you know, I knew my wife since high school.
And found somebody to marry you?
She would talk all the time about, you know, where her family was from, this little island in the Caribbean called Beckway. And all of her close friends would know all about it. And it was always like this fantasy island. We would never thought we'd ever go. And for the price of half of a tacky wedding in New York, we got this amazing wedding in Beckway, and like all of our closest friends came too. And it was a wonderful week. And the wedding was like in this restaurant on the beach. The water's right there. And it was just awesome. Like after we got married in the church, like it was like there hadn't been a wedding like on the island, like a big deal like that in a long time. So there was like a big parade. It was a blast. And then from there we honeymooned to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. So Punta Cana. So I gotta say that was the most fun. Like, just I can't believe this is happening. Wonderful kind of vacation ever. But yeah, you know, I've been.
Bobby, did you go, Bobby?
Bobby went. He said he liked. He saw London. He saw France. He saw Matthew's underpants.
He's alive tonight. All right. All right. Oh, Greg, did you answer? I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I didn't
no,
mean to.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg. I mean,
Greg answered.
No, I know, but is there anywhere he'd like to go? Did he answer that?
Oh, yes.
Well, actually, I rethought it because I was thinking about vacations as an adult. But I was in high school. We went to a place called Chincoteague Island.
It sounds racist.
Well, it was actually.
Do you mean Taiwan?
Shut up.
Oh my God, I can't even respond to that.
Where would you like to go, Gregor?
Yeah, it's an island off the Virginia coast. And actually, if you go to Ocean City and you go to the boardwalk, you can see the tip of Assateague Island, which Bobby should know about it.
Assateague.
I mean, why?
You don't know. If it's outside the Baltimore,
Because you live on the eastern seaboard.
I mean, it's funny. I know the word Assateague. We have areas. We like a lot of areas around here have streets named after that, like Assateague Avenue, Assateague Street, etc.
What about Electric Avenue?
Assateague bag.
It's probably all those Assateague Indians you fucking murdered for your house. But
Murder.
Just as a shout out to everybody, 37 years. I've not murdered anyone.
Going strong. 37 years.
Bobby.
An accident. That's actually literally the first thing you see when you walk into this house.
There's a little award I made for myself. Put it on.
No.
Best man alive. Not killed anybody.
Chincoteague and Assateague are two islands that have a short span between each other. And Assateague is a wildlife preserve. It's covered in trees. Chincoteague is settled. There's like a little town there. And like you can literally ride your bike around the entire perimeter of the town in like 30 minutes.
That's cool.
And it's just like, it's little skitsy shit, like gift shops and whatever. But every spring, there are wild ponies that live there along the coast, and they swim across. They swim from Assateague to Chincoteague, and they mate like fucking turtles, and then they swim back across, and it's like a huge thing. It's a fireman's carnival and everything.
Wow.
But my sister's ex-husband's best friend from college, his family owns a home there. And so we would there when I lived with my sister. And his best friend from college's dad was the funniest dude. He was like not personality-wise, mannerism-wise, he was like Raul Julia. Mm-hmm. And like... he would do this shit, like he would go into Walmart to buy a grill and he didn't want to put it together, so he would fake like he had like a palsy, so they would fucking give him the demo one on the floor so he'd have to build it. But yeah, he used to take me out. We'd go like clamming and shit because it's right on the bay, and we'd go, it's like waist deep water, and we'd dig for clams, have a big clam bake.
Oh,
and it was super fun.
Your friend sounds like a horrible person.
Wow.
It's not my friend, it's my sister's ex-husband's best friend's father, who's probably passed by now.
Roommates
I hope he died of
partner.
palsy.
Speaking of animals,
I would love to go back there as an adult and take Kit and just
should.
the beach, because it's beautiful. Like people can shoot you because they grow oysters, and if you get close to their bed, they can legally shoot you. Yeah,
well, that's not good.
And
well, speaking of animals that cross the river, I was stationed in Schweinfurt, and it stood for pigs that cross the river. Pigs that cross the river. That's what it stands for. I don't know if they went and made it over there, but they did cross a river, and it's called Schweinfurt.
That is a fucking awesome story, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hold on, hold on.
High five me.
Matt, can you tell that again?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't quite done with Assateague and Chincoteague.
No, go on with Assateague.
Well, I was just going to say one side's the ocean and one side's the bay. So, like, one side of the island, it's, like, waist-deep water. And you can, like, go, like, we used to go fucking sailboarding and, like, shit like that. And then the other side's the actual ocean where it's all shitty. But, like, the bay side is just fucking, like, pristine. There's, like, crabs and wildlife just fucking running around interacting with humans. Like, they don't know any better. It's not a city, so they don't know that humans are murderers. But I would love to take Kit back there at some point. That would be my ideal vacation.
They haven't realized that. Oh my goodness! Little echo.
Ain't me.
They haven't realized that humans are hungry.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look at them! Oh god, they're killing me.
I don't know. I ate like fucking 3,000 clams. First year I went, so I don't know. I think the clams though, but the fucking crabs and the deer and shit aren't clued in yet.
Like I don't eat like oysters and all that kind of shit, but does anybody know
Unless it's in some eggs?
But does anybody know about like I see these guys? There's this place in Baltimore called Lexington Market, It's like an open market, and it's I mean, it's cool. You can get all sorts of shit. It's very cheap. You can get like, I think like cookies are like $10 a piece, and donuts is like $1 a piece. Like, it's crazy. But what?
It's like a bodega.
Yeah, not really. It's like it's like an Amish market or something, but it's not Amish. And people are always there eating oysters with a hard-boiled egg.
What?
Yeah, like, and they eat it like I've watched them do it. It seems to be like some sort of like tradition, but like I can't remember now in my mind's eye. But like it's either like they down the oyster and then the egg, or vice versa. But like they don't eat it in concert. It's like you do one and then you do the other, and it's a thing. Does anybody know anything about that?
The only thing raw oysters is to suck it out of the shell, chase it with some hot sauce, and maybe have a cracker with it. That's the only fucking way.
And then blow your nose in your hand and then eat that.
I see folks definitely chasing it.
Bobby, can I have a request for Skullfest?
You can have a request, sure. Whether or not that request is
I think he said a quest. I don't think he said
request.
I'm going to get you I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him a dwarf and an elf, and a map and a compass.
Is your
magical whistle?
Is your lovely wife going to make some more crab dip?
Definitely 100%.
Fuck yes.
Definitely 100%.
That shit was golden.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the Northern Lights.
Honestly. I would too. You can see them from Nova Scotia, I think.
Yeah, I would love to go north somewhere.
It is Nova Scotia.
Ideally, I want to see if that hole in the earth is really there, up by the North Pole.
It is. It is called Nova Scotia.
I'd like to see the ice wall around the edge of flat Earth.
Who would?
Sounds like there's a trip in the making, fellas.
Hey, dude, I would definitely take a like group vacation with you guys 100%. I would 100% do that. Like if we got our wives and girlfriends or whatever the fuck, and like I would 100% do that.
So y'all motherfuckers need to order some T-shirts. We might have some mugs.
Got a Patreon starting?
Yeah, I'm starting a Patreon. You can just fucking mail me.
We will podcast live for your Patreon time.
Oh,
this is episode 364. We're freezing in the cave. We ate Matt.
Yeah, you would have to because I'm the fat
We
one,
ate
so,
Matt.
You know.
No, I wouldn't eat Matt. Matt was like, I'm not big into fatty foods.
Yeah,
I don't. Look, I don't mean that. I would cut. I cut the fat off of my meat, so like I'd be like, man, come on, where's the beef?
He'd be like skin and bones.
Let's move on to the next question. This is from Cody. So boys, how are you all well? It's not really a Transformers question, but if the SCU planned to come to the UK together, what would be the first thing you'd do? And what meal would you all go for first? Stay away from the spaghetti and meatballs, for fuck's sake. See you all then. Isn't it?
I'd go for a goddamn pizza, Cody.
AKA Sir Topper Pants, AKA King.
Yeah, it's funny. My kids do think. My kids did think he was the king of England. He was like, "I'm from England." They're like, "You the king there?"
Yes, I am. How'd you know?
They're funny. I remember he said real quick. He was like, I was like, "Look, these kids are gonna wake you up. Like we're a loud family, and we start waking up around 5:30, 6 o'clock here." And he was like, "Oh, I won't be having that. I'll come downstairs. Like, come on now. King needs his rest."
Come on, King needs a rest.
The king needs his rest. What would I do? I would want to go to London. Like I just want to see that city. Looks fucking awesome. And what the fuck would I eat?
Well, I think his question is if we all went together.
Their food is trash, isn't it? Like,
no, not anymore.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm at Busch Gardens, I go into a little England spot. Like all the food sucks.
Busch Gardens.
I mean, it's my only point of reference.
He's judging Busch Gardens to England.
You need to get some spotted dick.
You need to relax.
Laugh at that shit and some fucking Heinz. And follow it up with some what's the not Australian Vegemite? I don't want to say it because
it's
Lenny's correct me in the comments.
Dolomite.
Yes. No, not black exploitation.
Dynamite.
Motherfucking move fast. Be pulling these hush puppies out your motherfucking ass.
What do they like? Fish and chips, right? Like that's like their thing.
Tea and crumpets.
I don't want that shit.
Bangers and mash, shepherd's pie.
All trash. All mush. Chips. It's like mush mouth.
Pudding. You know pudding.
Oh, I would definitely fuck up some pudding. No,
but they say that anything is a pudding, but it's not pudding like you know it. It's not like,
what?
You don't get Bill Cosby doesn't roofie you, it's not Jell-O pudding. When they like a pudding is like could be any kind of dessert food. They just call it pudding.
They're pudding like blood pudding and shit. That's like Scrapple. That's like all the shit from the animal you
No, I don't want that. I just want some vanilla pudding out of a can.
Yeah, if you said like some pudding, they're gonna give you like a fucking what do they call that? It's like a little almost like a creamy souffle and stuff.
I guess I just get a bag of crisps.
Souffle. Hey, Bob, when you go to Denny's and get that Grand Slam? If you go to Denny's in England, you get like 2 sausages, some baked beans, an egg, some fucking
and a piece of tomato.
I feel like
Guinness.
That's my thing. Like I feel like whenever I watch shows and they're like eating food in England, it all like whatever they serve people, regardless of like their socioeconomic status or their time in history, it always looks like what they gave Oliver North. Like it always looks like you got to feed it in a spoon and you like slop it on the plate.
Oliver North?
I mean, Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist.
I didn't fuck with that.
You're right. I ran Contra.
Yeah.
Pat Baldwin correctly fucking corrected you before anybody else did.
My apologies. My apologies. Oliver Twist.
First thing I would do, I would go see Cody, and I would go see Emily. I would go see Cody and Emily.
Yeah, definitely. I would go see both of them. Definitely, 100%.
So that would be the first thing I do, and I would go rollerblading with Emily.
Man, I thought you were getting ready to say something else. And
Emily's good people.
Fuck yeah, she's the best. She's the best. She knows she's the best.
But yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, I think we need to have her on the show. I keep saying that every fucking day.
She's been on the show.
Yeah, but I meant like be on the show. But yeah, I would first do that. What would I do in England?
You wouldn't go to Stonehenge?
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would go look at the older, older stuff and everything.
You're funny.
I would go to a rave.
I would want to go to Stonehenge. Rave.
Yeah, I think I'd rape it out. Me and Cody, you raping it out.
Like that guy from The Cure.
And Cody, the whole time is just whispering in your ear. It's quite loud in here, isn't it?
Yeah. But I don't know what.
I just want to tell the DJ, easy now. You don't have to turn up that loud. Turn it down a bit. Turn it down a bit.
What meal would I eat? I don't know. What eat? Fish and chips? Is that fish
would you have a Royale with cheese?
Dude, I would definitely have a Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
That was in France, though, right?
What's that?
That was in France, though, right?
What's France?
Germany had they were called Royale with cheese, I think.
Yeah.
No, was it Germany? No. But I don't know what.
It's like shit. I was stationed in France that whole time.
God damn.
Matt was in the army. He was in the Foreign Legion the entire time.
Yeah. What the fuck? But anyways, Robert, what would you do, and what would you eat?
I would want to go all of us, but I would go and I would call Cody. The first thing I would do is I would call Cody and say, "Take me around." But then my sister lives in London actually, and I would want to go see.
We got free place. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd go visit my friends and family over there, and I'd want to see Stonehenge. I'd want to see some. I don't want to do other than Stonehenge. I don't want to do the touristy thing. I wouldn't want to see Buckingham Palace. I don't want to do all that. I'd rather just want to feel like this would. What's Cody's day like? What's it feel like to just be there living?
A rave.
Why do you think he goes to raves?
He's like, I just wake
up.
Feels like a rave.
I
just wake up in the morning, take a walk, and that.
And start raving.
I have 3 beans for breakfast.
I just get myself a new pair of trainers and then take a walk.
Then I give a couple tattoos and then I go rave.
Going to a rave is wild. Like, just that you think that's like...
That's all they do in England.
Pop my head, man.
Oh, turn it down, Annette. Turn it down,
I can see him giving tattoos at raves.
Oh.
That's what he would do.
You're making a needle shape, mate.
That would be a good trip. That would be a good
trip. Fuck yeah. I would love to go to... I want to go to England bad. I think, like what? I guess I see some castles. You know, whatever English people do.
Yeah.
Some castles.
See some castles or White Castles.
Did he say England or the United Kingdom?
United Kingdom.
Oh, he said
okay. Never mind them, Robert. You're not that funny because I thought you were Stonehenge, like being sarcastic.
I would love to see Ireland. I would love to really see a lot of
I would see Ireland, yeah.
I would play golf in Ireland. Like, I haven't played golf in years, but I would play around in Ireland.
Isn't that Scotland?
Wait, who am I? Fucking, Columbus? Relax.
What am I, Christopher
Columbus? I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
I want to be just like Oliver North playing golf in Ireland.
Oliver North. What are you talking about?
The first thing I would do in the UK was Cody. And the second thing I would do was avoid it for the rest of my trip.
That'd be good.
I wanna be.
I would like to see where Sid and Nancy OD'd. Like, I would like to see little shit like that. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I would want to see.
Actually in New York City, but
oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go see that next time I'm up there then.
Bobby's getting corrected all night, man.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Bobby visits New York and he doesn't let me know until he's like already on his way into
I called you when I was there. I was like, "Come on, man, what are you doing?"
Hey, I'm in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn. What do you want to do?
Here? I'm leaving.
Yeah, and Robert was like, "Sorry, man. I would love to hang out, but can't."
Going to a protest.
He's like
to fucking Brooklyn.
He was like, my daughters are doing an art exhibition on a furniture room, so I can't really.
I think my wife got a fuzzy hat on or something. I don't know.
I was like, oh, hey, well, I know you can't come out because we're here and then we're leaving in 30 minutes, but I called you.
We were there for like an hour and a half. We were there for like an hour and a half in Brooklyn.
We're just here shopping for sneakers.
Oh, was you with old Pinkerton?
Yeah, it's Snowflake.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up, Bubby.
That was the Pinkerton approach right there.
That was the Pinkerton approach right there, Bubby. That's fucked up, Bubby. I was on.
Why is it fucked up? Why is it fucked up? Tell me why it's fucked up.
There was absolutely
you went all the way. You drove 2-3 hours just to go shoe shopping.
No. That's not why we went 2-3 hours. We went to Dust Party. We hung out with Tyler in the morning in the city. That's all.
Oh, you couldn't make time for old your SEU buddy.
I did make time. I called and I said I got time.
30 minutes.
No, it wasn't 30 minutes. Don't listen to that. He has no concept. He has no concept of time. He was supposed to be on at 7 o'clock tonight.
What? I was sitting here in front of my computer at 6:30 waiting for you to call me.
Robert, I called you at 7:05.
I ignored
That's a fact.
I swiped right.
That's a fact.
Oh yeah, you did swipe right on last week.
Should I play your? Yeah, could you fucking dude? That was such fucking bullshit. What? You said,
dude, trigger.
Look, yeah, I am triggered. Look, I'm with my wife. We're having a nice evening together, just the two of us. And my phone, and I look over at him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's Robert going, Bubby, 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 hey, Bubby, hey, Bubby, Bubby, Bubby. And so I text back and I was like, what's up? Thinking it's important, knowing it's probably fucking not, but hoping it's important. And he said, what are you doing? And I was like, texting you. And he said, oh, that's nice. And then he called me. I was like, I'm definitely not answering this shit. 100% not answering this right now.
He called me right after that and said, guess who swiped right?
Yeah, I saw that too. It popped up my notifications. Guess who's too Hollywood, Bubby?
I thought you might have been taking a bath or something.
I haven't listened to the voicemail you left me, Robert. Is it funny? Is it worth playing?
The first one or the second one?
The one that you just the first one is funny.
That's the only funny one I left you. The other one was just business.
All right, here, let me play that one.
This is when you swipe right on me, obviously. No, you know what Bobby did? He didn't swipe, he let it run out.
Oh, yeah, you said you let it ring for a while.
Fancy, Bobby. Just too fancy for me, huh? Now, what are you busy doing something fancy right now? Not a fancy on a phone call. You and your stemless glasses. Your Florian mugs. And your fucking sconces. You bougie fancy pants. Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Dude, sconces had me LOLing.
And Laura was like, "Oh, does Robert make you laugh?"
Yeah.
Were you with Laura when this came through?
Yeah, but I didn't listen to it. I think until like the next day.
I knew you opted for the ring, let it ring. So I would think you're just not available. But I knew
no, it wasn't that.
In fact, swiping left.
No, actually, what's funny is I knew you would know that. I knew you would know I was by my phone because I just texted you. But I didn't. I purposefully didn't swipe left so that you couldn't say that I did. And then you said that I did anyway.
Because you didn't
play mind games together.
But I just want to follow up. Follow up. The only reason I asked that question was, can you at least quantify his remark about you doing something fancy?
Yeah, I definitely was not doing anything fancy. I think I was watching.
Oh, please! You and your wife had your arms intertwined with the stemless wine glasses filled from a box.
Glasses to you, Bobby. Really?
Well, yeah, I guess they're nice though. They're nice. They're nice.
Which wine do you drink out of the stemless wine glass?
Box cab
Type.
I mean, we have a few boxes we celebrate, Robert.
A few boxes.
You know what I mean? Don't be trying to put me in a box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that box of wine. There's some good wine in the box.
Of course there is. It's like 4 bottles for like $15. Like everybody
can't go wrong with that.
You can get some good box wine.
Franzia out. It used to be a silver bag. We used to call it a space bag, and we would end up at the bar at like Waffle House, and we would just throw the silver bag back and forth across tables because there'd be like 15 of us.
Right.
And they were like, "Yeah, they tip well." You know.
Right.
We tip well, so they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, we're at the Boda box. It's a good box. All right, next question. Hello to the Shattered Cast team.
Hello.
We're starting a sports league.
Hi.
I have really been enjoying the personal get-to-know-you questions lately, and I thought I would add one of my own. I've always loved a good prank, but preying on someone's...
collector on our hands.
but preying on someone's phobias or superstitions always sweetens the pot, usually resulting in laughing so hard that it hurts or a black eye, which also hurts. I witnessed such a prank in my military days while deployed in Thailand. Thank you for your service, by the way.
That was a fart.
We were...
Yeah, that was. I apologize for that one.
Matt, your bowels are trash.
Yeah, no.
We were camped somewhere in the jungle, assisting the Thai Marines in a joint operation. My good buddy Randy was scared to death of snakes, and they were quite plentiful there. Another buddy of ours, Chad, came stumbling into our tent, yelling and trying desperately to remove the huge, very realistic rubber cobra from his throat. What? Randy's eyes went huge and let out a blood-curdling moan. There's a lot of moaning and snakes in the throat in this story. Chad then ripped the cobra off and threw it at Randy. The cobra landed on his chest and he screamed. He did not yell out or swear. He full-blown screamed. Better than any female I've ever heard. I can hardly contain my laughter as I write this. Like a cat on a freshly waxed floor, arms and legs flailing, he scrambled backwards, fell over his cot, and found the corner of the tent, which he almost managed to take down. The whole thing took seconds, and he quickly got the joke. He was a good sport about it after socking Chad across the face, who was still laughing. My questions are, here we go. Do you guys have any phobias or superstitions? Let's do that one first.
What does phobia mean?
I do heights.
Bobby, you deleted the whole thing.
Yeah, it's just the backstory, buddy. It's not the questions. Relax.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Buddy.
I don't know if I have any phobias.
Phobia.
And like any fears.
You?
I'll tell you one thing I don't like. It just makes me feel I don't like. This sounds stupid. I don't like going into commercial businesses with exposed ceiling structures. Like I
what?
like, yeah.
Are you just making?
No. I like I like the ceiling
Was
cover.
it like pick the first letter of your first name and this is it, and then
listen.
pick the first letter
I
of your last
like to have the ceiling covered. I like it to either be drywall or drop down ceilings or whatever. I like the ceiling covered. I don't like seeing the fucking trusses and shit up. I don't like it. It makes me feel weird. I don't care for it at all.
Man, I don't know if I have any phobias.
I went. You guys.
What'd you say, Greg?
I went already. Did you guys hear me?
No.
Nope.
Oh. Well, good. I was about to send Bobby a dirty text. I don't do heights. I do not like heights. I'm not a fan of heights. I am not that guy at the end of Darkman. I did not grow up on high steel. Me and the immigrants. I do not like them. And that's like the one thing I'm afraid of. And I also grew up in the time period where at the end of pretty much every big movie that came out in my childhood ended with the villain dying from falling from a high place. So, yeah, I don't do heights. I fell off a tin roof when I was a kid. Matt knows about tin roofs. I don't know about you other guys, but
yep.
Yeah, I don't do heights.
I have a phobia of beards.
You have a beard.
What? Oh shit!
I
gotta kill myself.
I have a phobia of Italian lawyers.
They're the worst. I think. Well, okay. I am very superstitious. I knock on wood a lot, especially when I'm talking to clients, because I feel like if you test your luck, you're going to learn a lesson. That's really how I feel. A lot of I really work from my gut a lot. I think I'm kind of intuitive but at the same time, I feel like there's so much up to chance that if you really test your luck, you're going to learn a lesson. And if I never want to say what's going to happen. I never want to, I like to think positive, but at the same time, I don't like to be cocky and just be sure something good is going to happen, because if I feel like something good is going to happen, I feel like something terrible will happen instead. I'm very superstitious about that stuff. I am kind of superstitious, like a few things, phobias. I don't like heights. I know Greg's really doesn't like heights, but I don't like to go to a ledge on a building and look down. I feel like I'm going to fall. I hate the feeling. And
I live in New York City is my question.
I don't like it. I don't like being up on top of things.
It's one of the worst places to live.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't like it either when I was there. That's the only reason I interrupted you, and I do apologize.
You can interrupt me.
But my sister always wanted to go. Like when we went, she wanted to go to all the tallest buildings. And I'm just like, I'm over here doing something else before smartphones were invented. I was like, I'm admiring the grain structure of the stone.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't. Hey, sorry, my wife just opened my door and let the toddler in.
And it started echoing.
Meow. Happy Valentine's Day. So yeah, phobias. I mean, I have recurring nightmares. They happen once in a blue moon, but it's definitely a recurring nightmare when I'm aware that I'm having it and it's terrible. Is zombies. I don't watch zombie movies, shows, can't watch it. And then when I do have a nightmare, it's always involving zombies, and I don't understand why. But I don't know. It's very, very terrifying. So even to the point where my kid, if she bites me, I freak out. I remember my friend lived above a funeral home for several years, and I asked him, I was like, "Aren't you kind of afraid to live here?" And he's like, "What? I'm not afraid of ghosts." I'm like, "Not ghosts, fucking zombies, man."
That's dumb.
No, but yeah,
I'm afraid I'm never gonna get 1,000 subs.
You're never gonna.
Yeah, that's my phobia.
Not unless you post more pug videos. I think if you go outside the box, I think you should.
I'm thinking outside the box. I'm going to start doing stuff. Well, it's not really outside the box. Bobby does it all the time, but maybe sit down Saturday things, but not call it sit down Saturday because I don't want to take it away his good shit. But I'm going to ask questions, and do that stuff. But I'm thinking outside the box. And I've been thinking about doing more pug videos, but I don't know. But yeah, that's my phobia. I think I'm afraid I'm never going to hit 1,000 subs.
And I don't know if I have any other I guess I'm superstitious. I don't know. I just do shit I think out of tradition. Like I don't walk underneath ladders. I try not to. I knock on wood. I don't open umbrellas inside, shit like that. But I think it's not that I really believe it's bad luck. It's just tradition, I think.
If you spill salt, do you throw it over your shoulder?
No.
What about the food touching each other?
Yeah, I don't fuck with that shit.
I know that's weird, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm funny about my food. I'm very funny about my food, but it's not really a phobia. But I'm funny about textures in food. I don't like my food to touch. I don't mix food. I eat all my food one thing at a time. Like I eat all the steak and then all the broccoli and then all the rice. Like I don't.
Oh God, I had a friend that ate when you went to McDonald's. They ate all their fries and then ate their burger.
Yeah, that's crazy. You eat the burger first.
That's
obviously.
weird. But does Valora? If she ever gets mad at you, does she mix all your food together?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because I won't eat it. So she's the one making it, so it'd just be a waste of her time.
I went to lunch today with my FedEx rep, and she got fries and tried to put them on her salads because she's from Pittsburgh. And my boss was like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Did you backhand her?
Fries in your salad. That's how we do it in Pittsburgh." And
that's terrible.
I love that shit. I love fries in my sandwich. Not on my salad. I haven't tried that yet, but the fries, it's part of that Midwest life. I do have another story from when I was a kid. Like I don't know what it holds under, but when I was a kid, the house I grew up in, the first, just for transparency. So 6 feet of the lower level ground. It wasn't a basement; it was a lower level, but it was built to maximize ceiling height. So, like downstairs was 6 feet underground, and you'd walk up the stairs, and it was a what do you call it? Like 2-flight staircase. Like you'd go up, there's a foyer, and then you go up again. And my mom insisted on putting this fucking ceramic bust of a Victorian woman in the fucking giant bay window. And like every time it fucking stormed or anything, I'd see lightning flashing and just that fucking bust. And I'm talking about when I was like 4. And that shit scared the fuck out of me. And like, I don't know why, but like that shit creeped me out. Like she was like staring at me, you know, like those paintings and shit.
Yeah.
And then I went back to my mom's house not too terrible long ago, probably 10 years ago. And I found that bust, like she had put it in a closet finally. And I took that shit and I drove like 10 miles away and I fucking smashed the fuck out of it to get it back from my fucking childhood. Just revenge.
Wow.
It scared the shit out of me when I was like 5 years old.
I think we just had a moment opening up.
Dude, I took it outside of the Walmart parking lot and just fucking stomped that shit in the fucking dust. But like, I mean, we were talking about phobias. Like that shit scared the fuck out of me. I thought that shit was haunted. And I had just seen Ghostbusters 2 with Vigo. Like that shit fucking freaked me the fuck out. Like to see like shit like that. Like it looked like Vigo's wife. But anyway, I just thought of that.
What's the second part?
The second part was, have you ever been the victim or the perpetrator of such a prank, having exploited someone's phobias or superstitions? No, I haven't. But not that I can think of off the top of my head, but
I haven't either.
I did scream one time crazy. Like I was getting off on an exit. I had just started driving, and I hydroplaned for the first time. It was raining its balls off, and I slid like all the way up the exit and through the stop sign. Like had anybody been coming, it'd have been lights out Tony. And as I realized I couldn't stop when I was coming towards the stop sign, like as I entered into the stop sign, I was just
Was you by yourself? Or?
Yeah, I was just by myself, and like I made it like all the way into the middle of the intersection before my car actually stopped. But I like screamed like the entire way in.
You're like, then you look around like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm
yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly.
I don't think I'd shit my pants.
I mean, we've done lots of pranks and stuff, but I can't. Like there was one in particular. Like that stands out. There was like we were using this thing. It was kind of like those things that people use, like old people, like you see in old movies, like where they fan the fire with like that thing that they pump, so to speak, and like blows air out.
Bellows.
Okay, what is it called?
Not a bellows.
Billow?
A billow.
Okay.
A billow.
So it's something like that. It moves air the same way in a way, but this guy was taking a shower in like in a bathroom, and he was getting out of the shower, and like we were listening, and as soon as he got out of the shower, you know, like we had this paper filled with flour, and we
in the shower.
And we slid it underneath the door and then used one of those billows type things. It wasn't a billow, but it was something similar, and like stomped on it real quick and blew the flour like all over. Like, you know, and his body's like still wet from getting out of the shower, and like,
that's good.
You know, and a couple little things like that, but nothing too crazy.
Like that.
You know that there was a young kid that we oh man, this is fucking. I'll say that for another time. Anybody else?
That was a really bad way to wrap that up.
Look, it was just like, all right, I'll tell. Like, he was young and impressionable. Like, and like he was. I don't even know how he got in the fucking room that we were in. But the phone rang, and we answered the phone, and it was and it was really foggy that day. And we were like, and like it was like somebody hung up. It was like it was like a fake call, and somebody was like, "Yeah, right now? Are you sure? Okay, all right, we'll do the best we can." So like, and it was in the middle of winter, so they were like, look, they're calling around. It's BWI Airport. They're calling around, and they're asking people to get outside with their flashlights and fan the flashlight from south to north to help guide the airplanes into BWI.
That's fucked up, dude.
So like they made this kid go outside with his flashlight, and like he stood out there for like an hour and a half and fucking freezing, and he was waving this flashlight.
Fucked up, brother.
Get the airplanes to land safely, and then like they so it gets worse. So they like made this like fake certificate for him. It was like a little I don't know, like an award, and it was like, you know, thank you for all your help. You know, helping all the airplanes land safely, like all this shit. And then like they signed it like Amanda Hug and Kiss or some ridiculous bullshit. And they gave it to him, and like like everybody was laughing and cheering and clapping, and everybody thought that he was in on the joke. Like, well, not the in on it, but that like now he realized that he had been had. Anyway, somebody ended up going to his house like months later, and he had that bitch framed on the wall, like in his house.
Bobby,
wait, was his It was Bobby, wasn't it?
No,
it was you.
No, it was the worst people I've ever fucking heard of. That's extremely fucked up.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
He's probably putting on lipstick right now, marked off a list. Bobby Scarface is on my list.
Yeah. So I got. I mean, there's a bunch of there's.
I need to relax.
Yeah, but it was good, funny, fun times.
I think you need to relax. Good times, huh?
Question. Another question?
Does anybody else got anything?
No, I don't.
No.
So that was from Rogue War. Good dude. The next one.
Real good dude.
Is to Justin. If you ever make a T2RX6 logo T-shirt, I'm in. I just saw a series of pictures on Facebook dealing with transformations of alien attack, EICID. The transformation.
No. The Justin part was the addendum to the
Rogue War.
Okay. Rogue War.
All right. So the next one is just saw alien attack, EICID. The transformation is nearly identical to the TF Prime First Edition Voyager Optimus. Does that fall in with KO, fourth party, intellectual property, or some other category of questionable business practice? From Tony K. I haven't seen this. Has anybody watched this? Or looked at this? Or I'm looking at
I think I looked over it. Hold on.
I'm looking at it right now. I don't know enough about the original figure to really have an opinion on this.
Yeah, I never had the first edition.
Right.
There's enough like Transformers out there that like something's gonna simulate, like something's gonna come close to transformation. So it's not. I wouldn't say it was a copy. Of it.
I don't.
Considering the mold is different. Like, I mean, can you really copy another figure's transformation that has a different mold? You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to fit in and all that. I mean, maybe they were inspired or something.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't call this knockoff, and I wouldn't call this fourth party, because that's a bullshit term.
Yeah, I don't. I'll be honest. I just don't know anything. I don't know enough about the original to have a valid opinion.
Don't give a fuck.
Don't you own this? Didn't you buy this one?
No, certainly.
No, I heard it's a piece of shit.
I can believe
for it. Has 5 of them.
He said he didn't pay for it.
Didn't pay for it.
Hashtag art deal.
Hello, Shattercast. It's only been a few hours since I sent the message below about Alien Attack retooling. But a new series of photos showing the box for El Cid showing coming soon, which looks like a retool of TLK Voyager Hound. I'm pleased with the design of Faraj figure. It seems to be an original design instead of moving forward with the original artwork. Alien Attack is walking down the Weijiang road, retooling the official releases. I'm hoping to hear the cast input. We just like honestly, man, like we appreciate the comment. We don't really talk about a whole lot of KO shit, and not enough of us know. I feel like maybe Matt does. Shut up, Robert.
Mom does.
Your mom.
Hey, Matt.
What's that?
Matt, I like you sticking to your guns on the mom joke this time.
Sorry.
Marmalade, is it?
But I don't.
I would like to go to Mar sometime.
Did Bobby do the box art for this?
Malamars.
I am seeing these pictures of Star Saber though. Like I'm guessing by the same company that did the Drift. I don't know. It looks fucking.
That's not the kit.
It might be. It might be. Oh, it is a Star Saber Garage kit. Yeah, it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. I didn't edit the notes because it came up after I was done. I almost did, and then I was just like, eh.
It's okay, Greg. Calm down.
Yeah, his Alien Attack linked me back to the El Cid. More of the Prime. I don't see Hound in here, so I'm sorry, man. I just don't know. I don't know enough about the original, and I don't know enough about the El Cid or whatever it is. I just don't know.
Ask him about the box art. He'll answer.
He said link to FB post with the box art. Did Bobby do the box art for El Cid?
He should ask this question to TKO. They're a bunch of knockoffs, so yeah.
They have like a knockoff section of their show, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I don't me and
everybody makes throw up sounds except for Chris.
So yeah, I would check it out. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Your house is on fire. Wife, kids, dogs, hedgehogs are safe. You only have to grab 3 or 4 Transformers. What do you grab and why?
Oof. 3 or 4?
All right, I'm just gonna go off the top of my head without any real thought to this. Toy World Debbie. Fans Toys Galvatron, Fans Toys Omega, and
all the boxes.
I actually, you know what? You like, look, you're funny, but I would be tempted to grab those boxes. I would be tempted to grab those boxes.
The original ink is on those fucking things.
You can live in them too.
Just because like it means something to me. So I'm gonna go ahead. And go with the joke on that. I'll go ahead and grab that too.
We know it means something. This is my first. This is my second.
Shut the fuck up. What the fuck would you grab?
I would grab
Legends. All my Iron Factories. All my DX9s.
Well, okay. Why would you only have to grab 3 or 4?
My trash bag of Gundams.
I would grab. Oh, they're already in a trash bag.
Please let those T-shirts burn. God damn, please.
And the Gundams too.
Just get a new T-shirt.
So yeah, I mean, why? It doesn't seem fair. Like I can grab like 5.
Hey man, he set the rules. He asked the question. He's setting the rules.
Okay, but I can grab fucking
You grab 3 or 4 is what he said.
Omega and like fucking Pandanus, but I can only grab 3 legends. That doesn't seem fair. I think I could sweep. I would have a bag. Only time to grab 3 big items.
Your bag's already filled with Gundams. You can't empty it. There's no time.
Dude, you could take one of your collars and you could put all your eye vectors in there.
It would just fall out the other side.
I would. Okay, I would. My SOC Voltron because it was extremely expensive.
No, it's a Transformer. You got to drive Transformers. You got to drive Transformers. That's what the question is.
You don't know the rules, Robert?
But he's a transforming robot, right?
It's a Transformers with a capital T.
So he's basically saying if you had to pick 3, which 3 would you want?
3 or 4.
Oh.
Or 4.
Matthew.
3 or 4.
Matthew.
Matthew, your bowels.
Robert.
You just farted, Matthew.
No, I did not. Pick 3 or 4, Robert. God damn. I'm making up rules, man.
I would grab my MP36, my MP10, my Constructor, and my Omega.
That's solid. Greg?
Well, yes. If my house is on fire, my dog and cats are okay, and my hedgie is fine, which kid just took upstairs, so I'm going to need to go beat her soon.
Go relax.
I would probably grab boy. Oh man, I don't know, my MP Megatron, my MP10. What matters with that? It's some Gas X for Matt and
and baby wipes
and my vodka. That's probably what I would grab.
There you go.
Not in that particular order.
I would grab Toy World Devi,
Starscream,
Make Toys Starscream, MP Starscream, and Galaxy Meteor.
Goddamn Powder Primes.
There you go.
No, not Powder Primes. No Powder Primes.
Goddamn Powder Primes.
God damn.
And then
Catalina wine mixer.
That was from Sean. And Sean, I'm gonna let the question would honestly it would change a great deal for me if it wasn't just Transformers. But greetings, SCU crew. I hope.
Basically, just said your question was garbage. Is basically what he said.
No, not at all.
Bobby would be saying that.
I'm just like, look, honestly, like I think if it was like just grab any 4 figures, I think the only Transformer I might grab might be Toy World Devi.
Naboo-Canoe, he would.
Dude, I was listening.
Bobby.
Dude, I was
I
was listening to Enter the Realm, and they had a question on there where it was if you bought a yacht, what would you name it? And I was like, I would definitely 100% name it the Naboo Canoe, 100%.
Robert, could you see Bobby running out with that damn thing out of the house? Using it as a fucking surfboard.
I think Bobby would save his bathtub.
There's no Greg. There's no saving the bathtub.
Bane. And
save his
he
bathtub.
probably just grabbed that broken ass Chun-Li for the fuck of it. Memories.
Sean, that was from Sean. So the next question. Greetings, SCU crew. I hope that this email finds you all well once again this week. This week, my question is one of those get-to-know-you types. Another one, good. He says, which I prefer over the toy collecting questions, and so do we. To preface this,
copycat killer.
To preface this question, my wife and I have been together 13 years now. However, never once have either of us made a big deal over specific dates. For example, we do not know the anniversary of our first date or when we met. All we know is that it was either in April or March. Since Valentine's Day is this week, I was curious. My wife and I have never, ever celebrated or held special in any way this holiday. We both believe that we show our love and appreciation for each other often as possible and do not believe a specific calendar date yet. What are you guys, a Jehovah's Witness?
They need a Maximus
You're hooked on heroin.
He says, but we also realize that many people do love Valentine's Day, and at the risk of sounding sexist, I tend to find find it is mostly women that hold this day special. That being said, do any of you celebrate Valentine's Days with your wives? If so, what does the celebration consist of? Do you find the day as special as she does, or do you treat it as a special day because she views it as a special day? Thanks for all the entertainment and laughs as always, Josh. So we don't. Well, I think like when we were in high school, we did, but we don't. We usually do something for the girls. Our wedding anniversary is February 19th. So because it's so close, we usually just do something for that instead. Like, and it's I don't think that I heard another podcast talking about this recently, but like I don't. Do any men get anything for Valentine's Day? Like, I don't think I've ever heard of a man getting anything for Valentine's Day.
I got the Frenzy, and I got the Megatron, the IDW Megatron from G Creations, but I also paid for it. So, just saying, I did get that on paper, but I also bought like 300. That happened.
I don't get shit for Valentine's, but I always get my wife and kids flowers and candy, and I don't know. It is kind of a, I don't know. I got kind of a double standard.
She had the audacity to ask me where her chocolate was.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny.
Like
I didn't have the chance to. Because I had exacerbated my back on Sunday, and today was really bad in the morning, so I didn't get to go out and get everybody flowers and stuff. I felt kind of out of it, but I was hurt, so I just couldn't. I was gonna make it up to them, but coming home, I picked Scarlett. They go to this like my gym space, whatever, on Wednesdays, and Azalea ate, apparently, like, in class, the kids all exchanged, like, Valentine's and candy and stuff, and Azalea ate all of Scarlett's Valentine's candy. And Scarlett didn't know that until Azalea was like, I ate all your candy. And Scarlett was like, she ate my candy? I'm like, that was your candy? And then she's like, she starts crying. And she was really crying because she's like, all my friends, I'm like, Scarlett, it's candy. You shouldn't be eating it anyway. And then she just, like, was crying because they'd given it to her, it was like this like special thing, because no one had ever given her anything for Valentine's like that, like friends and her teachers. And Azalea went and dogged it when she wasn't home. So we're driving home, and I'm like, fuck. So I turn, I pull over in front of the Rite Aid, and I was like, wait here, kids. And I went in there and I got her like a big, one of those big chocolate heart things full of chocolates. But when I was in there though, online, I'm on a very, very long line. I was asking myself, what is worse? Rite Aid or fucking DMV, because I can't tell the difference sometimes. And I'm in there on this long fucking line, and I'm like, I should get my wife a card. And I look, and there's like one of these bigger cards, right? And it says like to your spouse or something. And I'm like, it's a picture, a silhouette of a man and a woman on a beach in the sunset, and it's really fucking. So I'm like, oh, she'll love this, right? And I pick it up, and I look inside, and it's like, I love you, my friend. You're my partner. I'm like, oh, she'd love this. And I'm like, I'm holding it up in front of me, looking at it, and there's this like woman in front, like smiling, and I'm like, what is people fucking smiling at me about, And I'm looking at it, holding it up, because nothing else to do on this line. I'm reading the inside of it, and then after a few minutes, I look at it again, and on the front it says, to the man I love.
All that was
so I was like, oh,
just joke.
No, so, it really happened. It was embarrassing. It was
basically you don't really pay attention to anything you're doing.
You are stupid.
No, not really. No, but Scarlett was happy, and
you and your internet suck.
She was very.
She thought it was for her boyfriend, so of course she was happy.
But I can say, like, we are recording this episode on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. And who's missing?
Yeah, so I would say that there's only one of us that takes it really serious.
Lisa was like, don't any of your friends.
Disasters at the Cheesecake Factory right now.
I wasn't going to get anything for my wife because we usually don't celebrate, but I went.
You're a dick.
Before I got out of class, and I went and I got her 2 things of flowers, a card, a little beanie baby of an owl, because she's my little owl, and some Snickers.
Oh.
And I gave her that. She was really surprised because we don't normally just it's nothing we celebrate that well, but she was real happy. She put it actually on Facebook, so she was really excited.
I actually feel like it. Oh,
go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I actually feel like a dick because
you are.
We are. And an asshole. Why your sister said.
Oh.
Matt doesn't have a sister for anyone who's getting offended at home.
Oh, that's going back some old school right there.
That's old school. That's like
that's season 1.
I had
season 1 exactly.
One episode 3000.
But he would trigger about it, even though he didn't have a sister.
Though he didn't have a sister.
Trigger, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, dude, stop talking about my make-believe sister. She's a fucking princess.
She's a queen.
My boss and I went to one of those like business lunches with their FedEx rep because we're making some huge changes in our company, and it was fine. It was whatever. And then afterwards, he starts turning in all the wrong directions. I'm like, "Are you kidnapping me?" He's like, "Yeah, no, we're going to Kroger." And then he's like, "Yeah, we're going to my house." I'm like,
"We're going to the basement."
This is Valentine's Day, but he wanted to plant flowers and chocolate for his wife and whatever. And he's got a really cute dog. So,
Greg, would you mind reaching back there for that rope? I might need it later.
But anyway, like I got back and I was so good about it. She's like, "Where's my fucking chocolate?" And I'm like, "I didn't think you were into Valentine's Day." And I got
See, I think most women say that, but they really want and that's what my wife does. She don't want to say she is, but I'm just saying I'm speaking for mine. But she says she not don't want to celebrate it, but when I got her that stuff, she was really happy and excited. So I'm glad I got to make her feel good.
If they say they don't want it, then they don't want it.
Oh, they definitely want it. No, they definitely want it. No means yes.
The only flowers she likes are orchids, and like the only place to get decent orchids is like
China,
forest or
China.
And I used to get her orchids all the time, just randomly. I'd bring her home an orchid. I was just like roses, but she hit me with that fucking "Where's my chocolate?" shit, like out of nowhere. I'm like,
I want chocolate.
Where's my chocolate?
Man, so as we get out of here, like we got a bunch of fucking reviews that I haven't read.
What? We did?
It's because you're a slack.
Yeah,
is this on Facebook or is this for iTunes?
Dude, there's so many.
On that shit. Somebody that's like actually active with like following up podcasts.
So I'm gonna try to read. This is from Brother James. Said World Star 1% Club. While I'll never be a 1%er, these ballers make me feel like one. All great personalities, great discussion points. They call bullshit when they see it, no matter who. If it's Hasbro proper or third party, and even props when deserved. It's a nice long show while grinding out a workday. Responsive as all get out. Reach them any way you can, and they'll shoot the breeze with you. It's like having a conversation with old friends with like-minded hobbies and humor.
Oh,
thank you, man. That's nice.
This is from the Black.
You can have Matthew.
This is from the Black Dragon. Said, awesome show. I found this show watching another show and have been having a blast catching up. Great topics and a fun group of guys. If you're into Transformers and nerd culture, this is a great podcast. This is from Modified Ninja. He said 2 words, awesome.
Nice.
This is from Daddy O'Cool. He said these guys are very opinionated and just as entertaining. They are a good source of masterpiece and third-party Transformers information. This is from Diligent. This is Hail SCU. The Skullface reads Robert D. text is my new favorite segment of the show. I love this segment so much that I felt compelled to write a review. I especially enjoy how Bobby seems simultaneously amused, annoyed, and concerned while reading the text. As much as the text entertained, they also raise many questions. Does Robert D. love Bobby? By which I mean, is Robert D. in love with Bobby?
Oh, hell yeah.
In any event, feel privileged.
I'll eat that ass with syrup.
Oh, my God. With syrup and everything.
The next one is from Justin. You guys are great. Keep it up. Another one from Alien. Oh, shit. Alien 06R6 said, listen to it every week. Can't miss an episode. The next one is from In Sabah I've been watching Bobby reviews since February this year. Slowly gotten into more of the other things he does. Discovered Nerd Rage, Shattercast. The guys are all knowledgeable and funny, and a delight to listen to each week. I love you guys. Next one is from Rogue War.
Love you.
Hold on. Where do they send these questions into?
These aren't questions.
Oh, these are comments. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these are.
I got sidetracked. Let's get them out here.
Yeah, 5-star reviews on iTunes. He said, my Friday morning commute with Shattered Cast Uncut is a true start to my weekend. It's like having your first drink at a really great party. You know your friends will be there, greeting you with smiles, laughs, jokes, simultaneous conversations. These guys, or stimulating conversations. These guys definitely know their way around a bagel. BEGAL. These are an awesome group of guys who bring with them their own unique opinions and views of upcoming Transformer releases, news, rumors, etc., etc. They have a style which is smart, insightful, entertaining, and hilarious. Shadowcast Uncut is much more than a podcast. It's great friends having a great time. I can't thank them enough for their efforts and hard work to make this happen. Can't wait till next Friday.
Would you say it was like getting your first hamburger at a party? And
when Laura's like, hamburgers, and you run.
Hamburgers.
This is from Silver Shamrock. Fantastic show. It's a great way to stay current with Transformers and collecting news. The hosts each provide a unique perspective on the hobby. Their banter keeps you rolling through 2 hours a week without a dull moment. Highly recommend. Next one, Nice Unit Mac from the one true Ava Bobava. If you are an adult, like Transformers, and a bunch of friends having a good time, then you will love this podcast. I have listened to most of all the episodes. These guys have evolved over the years with the new cast members, but never fail to entertain. Do yourself a favor and listen to a few of their earlier casts, if not all.
That dude's like, I gotta copyright my common ass name.
Yeah, my Abababa.
Abacadabra.
This is from Dante Bay. He said, more than meets the eye, the podcast. He said,
I knew that.
The podcast is about real collectors giving real opinions about everything in the Transformer community, marketplace, and much more. These guys are all about thinking before purchasing and picking the best items for anyone's shelf. There are 5 very unique voices, and one will easily represent your taste in collecting. No bullshit, no shills, and no taking it easy because they want a free toy. This is the one Transformers podcast you should listen to before any other. The next one, America's Favorite Atheist. Your favorite Friday's favorite Friday. One of my favorite podcasts out there, not just due to it being Transformers-based. These guys are immensely funny, have great chemistry, insightful, and provide lots of shout-outs to the community. STU is a great way to kick off your Friday. And then the last one from SCU Review. Great bunch. They are funny. Third party only, though. The only mainline guy gets picked on pretty bad for it.
Oh.
That's good.
Dude, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm speaking for everybody.
Bottom.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
That is really cool. We love that. That's the reason why we do it. Well, not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons, to make people smile and just
exactly.
It's great times. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sending.
And I do get picked on all the
time.
Some money.
But some money.
Hey, baby.
About Greg and his infatuation with.
What internet?
So to everybody out there, I hope you had a great Valentine's Day.
Yep.
I hope you and your lady took it easy. Enjoyed some nice Shattercast. And with our new microphones, our deep, bassy voice.
That's for Robert.
Now get ready as we all, perhaps collectively, go.
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Around by Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerve Rage Radio, and Wigs.
And my personal favorite, the well-established gentleman's show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot and Fear Corpse.
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit